Here in Wolverine country, there's a quote every sports fan knows. A Michigan mantra. The team, the team, the team. Today, the Lanes borrow a page from the Big House. 20 of bowling's best. The record holders. The major champions. The present and the future join forces. 4 teams. 4 iconic brands of the sport. As individuals, out on their own, they are undeniable. This title is about the best collective, the best 5, the best team. The PBA Elite League Battle of the Brands starts now on Fox.
Welcome to Championship Day for the PBA Elite League Battle of the Brands, presented by BeatBox. This is Thunderbowl Arena inside the historic Thunderbowl in Allen Park, Michigan. Our top 4 teams are left. Captain Jason Belmonte and Storm, Captain E.J. Tackett and Motiv. Then our opening match, Don Barrett's Brunswick squad against that deep and talented 900 Global bunch led by Andrew Anderson. Welcome, everybody, along with multiple Hall of Famer Randy Peterson and Kimberly Pressler. I'm Dave Lamont. Thank you for joining us. Randy, we've got everything today. 2-handers, 1-handers, thumbs, no thumbs, power, touch. It's all on display today.
Right you are, my friend. Some of the biggest names in the sport on tap today in this team competition, starting with that man right there, Jason Belmonte, a 15-time major champion. He'll captain the Storm squad. On that squad, that man right there, Troop, there it is. Kyle Troop, next to him, the Iceman, Jesper Svensson. Every member of that squad, major champions. Motiv, they're captained by E.J. Tackett, the #1 player in the world with 4 wins and 2 majors to his credit in 2025. And then for Team Brunswick, the Southpaw, Packy Henrihan, a 2-time winner. Their captain, Don Barrett, the international superstar.
And they will be taking on 900 Global in the opening match. Global the winner yesterday. And that gets us right to our Bowl TV highlights because Global took down the tough Hammer squad.
How about the father-son duo of Chris and Ryan Barnes? They were spectacular yesterday. Chris was perfect with his 2 shots. But it would come down to the 10th frame. Andrew Anderson stepping up in a clutch position once again. 3 in the 10th to seal the deal for 900 Global.
And let's meet these 2 teams right now. Here's Mike J.
Today's PBA Elite League opening match features 900 Global versus Brunswick. The lineup for 900 Global. Leading off, Ryan Barnes. Bowling second, Chris Barnes. The man in the middle, Christopher Sloan.
The Sloan Ranger.
Setting up the anchor bowling fourth, Mitch Hupe. The anchor bowler, the captain, Andrew Anderson.
All right.
The manager of 900 Global is Gary Hulsenberg. And now the starting lineup for Team Brunswick. Leading off, Jason Sterner. Bowling second, Packy Hanrahan. The man in the middle, the captain, Dom Barrett.
Oh, boys.
Setting up the anchor bowling fourth, Tim Foy Jr. And the anchor, Graham Farr. Team Brunswick is managed by Corey Dykstra.
All right, you've met the lineups. Now the captains are standing by with Kimberly.
Thanks, guys. So, Andrew, as we just saw from the video a few minutes ago, you guys are on a roll from last night. You guys seem hungry for this win. So, what is the plan to hold off Brunswick?
Yeah, take that underdog mentality one more day. We had a great match last night. We did some good things. We're going to need to do that a few more times today.
Well, good luck to you guys today. And Dom, every single team on today's telecast has quite a bit of team competition experience, including you guys. So what's going to give you guys that extra edge above everybody else today?
I just think, you know, this is such a great event. We do this, you know, in different formats, but bowling as a team we don't get to do very often. Yeah, it's a real honour representing Brunswick, and I think we all feel the same way, and we just go out there, have fun, and give it our best.
Good luck to you today.
Thank you.
And Brunswick and 900 Global kick things off. The winner will take on Motiv, captained by E.J. Tackett. And then off we go in a race for two for the championship against Storm and Jason Belmonte's ridiculously talented squad. And as Randy mentioned, everybody on that Storm 5 has a major championship. The Brunswick lineup will be Jason Sterner, Packy Hanrahan, the Dominator in the middle, Tim Foy Jr., Graham Fa. Brunswick will start. Lane play yesterday, right lane, not always everybody's friend. They're going to start with Sterner. And a messenger that fails.
We're using 9 and 10 and 11 and 12. So lane 10 and lane 11 gives us 2 racks, a lot of equipment with 10 players going at it at once.
And also no urethane on the first shot.
I was just going to get into that.
Yep. Well, there's a lot to talk about that, and I will leave the rest of that up to you.
Right out of the lineup, I'll let you know all about the equipment.
I know you will. And this is the same bunch. If you missed it yesterday, it'll be Ryan and Chris to start things off, then Chris Sloan, Mitch Hupe, and Andrew Anderson. So you got a little bit of international flavor in the middle. That's how we started yesterday.
So during the regular season, the players were able to use any product registry bowling ball available to them. For example, Rotogrip players could throw Roto, Storm, and 900 Global. Same for Brunswick, right? Ebonite, Track, Deviate, Radical, everything available to them. But in this competition yesterday and today, the players are limited to their single brand, and there is no urethane allowed first ball for strikes.
Packy kind of crossed over just a touch, but that's okay. It's 10 in the pit where they belong.
A lot of faith on that lane. A lot of faith. It's all right.
A little bit of relief. Chris Barnes struck in his game twice. Each bowler only getting 2 frames. Wait a minute. No, messenger turned away.
You're good. Great shot, bud.
Chris and Andrew Anderson were the only 2 bowlers to represent 900 Global in every competition.
Still got a lot in the tank, that guy there. What a career.
And he's about to pack the bags and head to Florida to start the PBA 50 Tour in Fort Myers next week.
White Linda at home. Recovering from some surgery. We send our well wishes out to Linda. I know she's watching.
Tom Barrett.
There's your Triple Crown winner.
Dom and Graham Fa were the only bowlers to represent Brunswick in every event. Bowlers were picked in every event, as Randy mentioned. And got their points and got their opportunity to represent their teams. And it was a Motiv party all along until the very end when Storm passed them, thanks to Jesper Svensson. And a late kiss on the 9 for Chris Sloan.
Hey.
Well, if any of the teams on today's show bowl a perfect game, everybody in America can receive a free game of bowling courtesy of Go Bowling. To register, visit gobowling.com and sign up for the Go Bowling Free America promotion. And Tim Foy Jr. broke up a 7-10, it looked like.
Fell off of that shot, and what a great break. Triple the 7 and the 10 out. Watch the spin action.
When you bowl well the whole year, it just happens. Yeah, it does.
Having the best season of his career. And what a nice break. Look at that 7. Get out of there, 7-10.
That should happen to everyone. Mitch Hupé. He got a mixer. Nope, no back tap on the 2.
Spare it up. You got it.
After 5 frames, 2 teams will flip-flop lanes. As you see this ball coming in light, nice, just leaving the 2.
Mitch with 1 tour title. Packy Hanrahan won the Roth Holman doubles in 2023. Now they're going against each other.
I missed it, right?
Graham throw one good shot right over the target. Come on. Good shot here, Graham.
Graham Faw having his best season as a professional here in 2025.
Seems to be a factor in every event. And that's why.
Really elevated his game.
Great shot. Great shot.
4th on the points list this year. He'll certainly be in the upcoming PBA playoffs.
And speaking of elevating your game,
Yes, sir.
this guy.
And boy, he loves this building, and it loves him back. He grew up not far from here at all. Kind of feel like if it comes down to the 10th frame, who has an edge here? It's going to be difficult with both Graham Faw and Andrew Anderson throwing the ball as well as they are. We're at the halfway mark of the opening game with E.J. Tackett and Motiv on deck. But first, who are they going to bowl against? Will it be Brunswick or will it be 900 Global? The PBA on Fox is sponsored by Go Bowling. For friends and family fun, log on to gobowling.com to find a center near you. And let's get into our oil pattern today, Randy, powered by Kegel.
The LBC 42-foot oil pattern. The players are going to play in the center part of the lane on both sides and just kind of wheel it left and right. But don't get it too far out to the edges. It won't get back from there.
Yeah, a few guys learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
And we also had some surprising Brooklyns yesterday. We've seen one already from Hanrahan, so we'll keep an eye out for that. Standing by with a couple of our managers, here is Kimberly Pressler.
Thanks, Dave. So, Gary, your team seems to have pretty good team chemistry last night and today. How important is that going to be for you guys to climb the stepladder today?
The boys are ready to go. They're having a great time here. They're loving the fans. We're pumped. Let's go.
Good luck to you guys. And Corey, it's been pretty cool to watch this event the past few days, but how has it been from the brand's perspective?
Oh, it's outstanding. Any chance we can get to showcase not just great people, but great representatives of our brand, we love it. The fans are great. Keep cheering for Brunswick.
Iconic brands. Good luck to you guys today.
All right, thank you, gentlemen, very, very much. We'll turn it back over to the bowlers for the final 5 frames here. They have switched lanes.
You know, back when I was a player, it was such a big deal to get offered a staff contract. I mean, it was the next best thing to winning out here and being able to represent a brand. I spent 12 great years at Brunswick. That was my first staff contract. My last 25 have been with Storm.
Well, tell everybody in a moment the Brunswick staff you joined as Sterner does cross over a little bit. It was kind of loaded.
Well, let me see if I can pull up all the names that were on that.
Just happen to have them on your phone.
So I was on a staff that included myself, Mark Roth, Brian Voss, Walter Ray, Amleto Monicelli, Johnny Petraglia, Chris Barnes. Yeah.
Those guys. Well done, Jason Stern.
It was pretty stout.
You could say that again, yeah.
Playing frame, we good.
All right, Ryan Barnes got a strike the first time up. It's interesting trying to make out the chance. I think they're saying 2.0. I assume that's a reference to him being Chris's son. But he wanted it to turn and it didn't quite turn fast enough. And that's what you talked about earlier about getting it too far.
Yeah, the location on the outside part of the lane is very critical, both left and right side, and the players know that. I think that's why you saw Packy go Brooklyn. He knows if he gets it too far to the left, it's not going to get back.
Well, a big break for Ryan to at least clip the 8 out of there. The extra pin and count doesn't hurt either, but Global is trailing. So let's see how Packy adjusts to avoid going Brooklyn again.
He's just going to try to get it a little bit wider. And again, remember, these teams have flip-flop lanes.
Oh, perfect.
Let me hear you! Come on, boy! Good stuff. That's the fucking left lane.
Well, a little pressure on Chris's shoulders here.
You got it.
Really need this one. Come on, 10?
No, not going to happen. Second 10 pin for Chris in this game. And the lead just gets a tiny bit bigger for Brunswick as we're starting to run out of frames in our opening game with Motiv on deck.
Quitter 10 for the Hall of Famer.
Routine coverage on the 10 for Chris. And some disappointment, though. We agree with you, young man. We love Thunderbowl, too.
All right, right here, Dom. Good shot. One time.
Hall of Fame career for the 39-year-old.
One good one, Dom. Right here. Me and you.
10 tour titles, 3 majors.
Ideal.
He's good.
Yep, can't do any better than that.
Great shot, Dom.
Cannot do any better than that.
Yeah.
He was 21st on the points list. Chris Sloan, long way to get here.
All the way from Swords, Ireland.
Sounds like a really cool place to live.
I know, right?
I gotta say. Around it. He's gonna wiggle, but no luck of the Irish that time.
Shot.
They've been around the pocket, Randy. They're just not getting the breaks.
A couple of light shots in the 4th and 6th. Everything else in the pocket.
Hang on. All right. Fell off that a touch.
Shot.
Well, how about this guy? Not even a calendar year ago, he didn't have a card.
Yeah.
He didn't know if he was going to bowl full time.
Yep.
Here he is representing his brand at this form after having a sterling season.
Yeah, there's that inside miss again because of the OB to the outside. But you're right, what a season for Tim Foy Jr. 5th on the point list. Great cover.
Yeah, and the only thing he needs is a win.
Yeah,
he's got everything else.
That's a great spare shot, though.
Regional victories he has plenty, but national titles not yet.
That's how you draw it up right there. Hip, hip, hoopay. I love it.
Oh, perfect.
Nice one. Keep an eye on that break point number on both the left and right side.
7.
Right here, Graham. Me and you.
And I kind of like Graham's chances.
Yeah.
That's a winner right there. Brunswick moving on to take on Motiv.
And a big shout out and thanks to Graham's mom, Connie, for bringing us the ketchup-flavored Lay's potato chips. She always brings it from Canada for us.
We are spoiled. We are very fortunate
God
people.
bless her.
We've got to wait for them to finish and whatever they're going to say, and then we can go over there and get as many reps in as possible so we can warm back up. Yeah. Okay.
There's a man in charge, Don Barrett. He's taking the captain's role to heart.
They're going to get 2 shots each lane. Well done, mate. Good shot. No, we don't get any. They get 2 shots per lane. Gotcha. Hit piece now.
Just gonna move further left.
They're going to you. Let me get out of the way.
So also for Brunswick this year, other bowlers who participated but were not chosen, Nate Stubler, Andrew Hall, Gary Faulkner Jr., and the Great Bone, Parker Bone III. And wishes for Andrew Hall, who got hurt at the Players' Championship, injured his wrist, should be able to make a full recovery, so hopefully he's doing that right now.
Where are you going to have us do it at?
All right, now let's go down to the floor and talk with Captain of Brunswick, Dom Barrett. Dom, we tried to get some intel yesterday. We got none. Can you give us or enlighten us a bit on a lane preference, left or right lane for your squad? All right, we'll try to get back to Dom here in a second.
Is it on? Is it not on? Why turned it off?
Well, we can hear him. He may not just be able to hear us.
Don't know. Nothing came through.
So interesting, the top 3 seeds have lined up. This has gone kind of the way if you were looking at making predictions for your brackets and how this is all going to turn out. We now have seeds 1, 2, and 3 are the 3 teams remaining. So Brunswick, the 3 seed, defeats number 4, 900 Global. Next up is Motiv, and then in a race for 2, it will be Storm versus either Motiv or Brunswick. Oh, do it. There you go. Getting ever closer to our race to 2 championship. Now it's E.J. Tackett, the #1 player in the world, a rising star, Ethan Fiore, some veterans as well, like A.J. Johnson, Tom Smallwood, and look out for Santu. And we welcome you back inside Thunderbowl, Thunderbowl Arena, that beautiful mural in the background. PBA Elite League Battle of the Brands presented by BeatBox. About to get into our second game and the last of the single games I want to point out, because when we get to the championship, Storm versus whomever comes out of this, it will be a race to 2. And we'll get more into that and all the implications of a tie a little bit later on. So there you see that Motiv group. E.J. Tackett in charge.
Do we agree that we want to finish on the left, though?
Yeah.
Along with Brett Spangler, who you saw there, the man on the mustache.
That is not just a mustache, my friend.
It's a lifestyle.
That is a work of art.
So's he. But it's EJ's team as far as once the ball starts to go 60 feet. And at one point, there was a stat out there that EJ actually had more points by himself than a couple of the teams. That actually happened this year, just to show how dominant. Ethan Fiore came on late, as we know. But Santu, A.J. Johnson, Tom Smallwood, that's pretty respectable numbers on their own. But E.J. Tackett just absurdly brilliant for year after year the last 3 years. Don't think how we're going to get anybody else to win Player of the Year. Motiv versus Brunswick. The penultimate game of the PBA Elite League Battle of the Brands presented by BeatBox, and to meet the teams. Mike J.
Introducing Team Motiv. Leading off, A.J. Johnson. Bowling second, Tom Smallwood. The man in the middle, Santu Tahavanainen. Setting up the anchor, bowling fourth, Ethan Fiore. And the anchor, Captain E.J. Tackett. Team Motiv managed by Brett Spangler.
And Kimberly standing by with E.J. Tackett.
EJ, personally, it was a huge season for you. I saw you laughing with the team over there when they put the points graphic up there, but that actually helped your team because you guys were sitting in the #1 seed since February 2nd until last week when Jesper won the TOC that bumped Storm into that #1 spot. So what's going to be the strategy to take down Brunswick, who is not going to be easy to beat today, in order to get to the finals? So hopefully you take that #1 spot again.
Yeah, I mean, we're in this position because our team was very, very consistent. Everybody bowled really well. A lot of week on the snub team. We had a lot of guys on the snub team because our entire staff was bowling really well. So it's just coming in today, throwing a lot of good shots. Obviously, they're bowling well. We're going to have to throw some strikes, but working together, talking to each other, getting some information on the lane, and then it's just execution after that. And hopefully we can come away with a couple wins and a nice trophy today.
Good luck to you guys today.
And that team that he referred to, the guys who weren't picked, Matt Russo, Sam Cooley, Sean Lavery-Spar, Nate Bohr, Dick Allen, Ronnie Russell, and Rasmus Edvall, who's injured. So a deep squad for Motiv. No changes to the Brunswick lineup, and the only guys who represented Motiv in every event were AJ and EJ.
All right, my son.
We had a game followed by their 5 frames, so.
Motiv has decided to let Brunswick start first.
One more time, Flashy.
And Sterner paralyzing the 5-pin. Here's the Motiv lineup. A.J. Johnson will get things started. A one-time high school quarterback. Tom Smallwood. Santu Tahavanainen, Ethan Fiore, and E.J. Tackett. How about putting Ethan in that pre-anchor position? That shows a lot of faith in the young man. I was not expecting a near 710 for AJ there.
Yeah, mate, go for it.
Yeah.
No trouble for Johnson.
Come on, boys. Go. Let's go one.
Hey, let's go down on the floor once again and try Dom Bear. Dom, do you have Randy? Can you hear me, mate?
I could hear you.
All right, we'll try it again later.
Becky Hanrahan. Oh, wrap around on the 7 for Packy. And I agree, it was a good shot. Just a bad break.
4 around the 7 really quickly. I'm going to get Dom some batteries for his earpiece. Poor guy. Hey, we keep trying, right? Maybe third time's a charm?
Can't complain with that.
7 up for Motiv.
Nobody better here. One great one.
3-time titleist Tom Smallwood.
Bulldog.
Yeah, Michigan man.
Hurry up.
And Yeah, he made the mistake that a couple of the right-handers made yesterday.
Come on, run down.
You see that 3.4 break point, and nobody's going to get it back from there. All right, try to cut the head pin into the 10.
Thank you.
In this building, Tom was 17th at the USBC Masters. He's 18th on the points list. He's going to gun for it and miss.
All right, leave it there.
And if you're going to have it open, do it early.
Leave it there. Take it off. Come on.
Right behind you here.
Dom has looked smooth so far.
So good. What a beautiful game. He's got great touch, can do whatever he wants with a bowling ball, create any type of rotation. Uh-oh. And of course, just as I say that,
he washes out.
We good.
That wasn't very good.
We good. You can make this. Come on.
a couple of ways to shoot this. Just like the washout, you can try to cut the head pin this way, or you can try to ricochet off the head pin just to the right of it.
Oh boy, wow, I did not forecast that in a million years. Just a clean chop on the head pin. And Motiv actually slips into the lead. So a couple of open frames early.
New winner this season.
Yep. And a power hitter, I should say, coming off of a bad knee a year ago.
And the hair is in full form. Santu.
There were no survivors.
How about that do? This guy's got so much power.
And he didn't even throw it that hard.
No.
You know, it's like 18 miles an hour.
No, but his rev rate's like 530.
Just crazy. Oh, nice little kick on the 10 for Tim Foy Jr.
And there's your two-handed comparison, Tim Foy at 480. Kick save on the 10 and a beauty right here.
It's like watching the NHL playoffs.
Speaking of new winners this season,
and a big one. Nope, that went through the nose for Ethan.
Got it.
I think he finally hit the wall just a touch at the Tournament of Champions. He made match play, but he kind of struggled through there. But he had gone through so much over about a 2-week period. First, he wasn't even in the Tournament of Champions, and he wins the week before to take the players, and then makes the trip from Jackson to Fairlawn. Might have got a little tired. It's possible.
Hi, buddy.
And that conversion of the 3-6-10 by the 20-year-old is our clean wipe, presented by Dude Wipes. Fresh. Speaking of a powerhouse hit.
so good. He actually bought a Specto, which is our strike track, to use and practice with at home. He said it really elevated his game.
Wow. Well, that's what you have to do to compete against people like this. Wait a minute. Oh!
Apparently, that messenger doesn't know who that is. Because if it did, it would have wiped the 10 out. You'd have been doing another dude wipe read.
Nope, look at that. Yep, I think he was expecting it too. So Brunswick with the advantage. The number 3 seed taking on number 2 with a winner to meet Storm in a race to 2 for the title for the PBA Elite League Battle of the Brands presented by BeatBox. 5 frames to go to set up our championship finale. And this reminder, the PBA Tour continues next weekend with first round coverage of the 2025 PBA playoffs. Saturday and next Sunday on FS1, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here from Thunderbowl Lanes in Allen Park, Michigan. Taking a look at Kyle Troop, the 2023 playoff champion, and the only one of our past champions who's in this year's field. Well, Kimberly Pressler has scored a few moments with the man, the myth, the mustache, Brett Spangler.
I sure am. So, Brett, you know, it's a close match, but you guys are down right now, but you're switching lanes. So how is the vibe right now with your team?
You know, the vibe's good. We're the higher seed, so we got to pick which lane we finished on. We picked this lane because this is the one that we liked. We set our order based on who we thought had the best look on the left lane. So, you know, I mean, we'd rather be up, obviously, but we feel pretty confident going into the second half.
All right, good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Kimberly, and certainly Mr. Spangler.
And right now, the left lane outstriking the right lane. 11-6.
Brunswick off a double.
Sterner right here.
Facing Sterner's last
good one.
ball of the game. Sterner struck in the first frame. Oh, yes.
Beauty.
Destroy the 10 pin.
Love it. Love it, Jason. Great shot.
Come on, back. One time, dog.
Yep.
He's got some moves.
You're being nice, yeah. The chicken dance, I think that was. All right, AJ. 10 pin last time.
That'll start striking. Shot. Good shot. Yes, sir! Hey, Dave, what do you do when you need something wiped?
You get it wiped clean by Dude Wipes. That's what you do.
This is a nice messenger by AJ. Come on, headpin. Come on over. Yeah.
Wiped out.
Come on!
20 miles an hour. He gets a ticket in the score zone for that.
He's got to keep that speed up because that's a lot of hook going down the lane.
Come on, Smalls, one great one.
Only 2 strikes through 6 frames for Motiv. Come on, Smalls. Got to have it.
There you go. Open frame in the second for Smallwood, but he bounces back.
Yes, sir. Hi, Santu.
And oddly enough, it was Dom who had a bad third frame. Brunswick's lead would be larger if it had been more to what we have come to expect. Oh no! Wow, that's 2 bad shots for him in a row.
Give us 2 here, Dom. Come on. We good?
And you see what's happened to the max score. Motiv now jumps into control.
2, 9, 8, right.
Took a little crack at that. Trying to maybe get one to bounce off the back, but a big error here. And now we'll see if the Havanainen can jump in here. That's going to give me a ringing in my ears tonight.
This guy looks like a human earth mover.
Wow. 2 perfect shots from Santu.
That is a ton of revs and rotation going down the lane.
Brunswick really can afford nothing but strikes.
Man, what a turnaround. Oh, no. Back to back?
You're right here, Sammy. Come on.
we're getting closer to 1 versus 2.
After a 4-bagger, it's back-to-back open frames possibly. Yep.
Yeah. Whoa, that was strange.
Incredible turnaround.
Not bad, guys.
In 2 shots.
And Kegel kickbacks.
Cool. Not nice, but cool.
Come on, kid, give it a friend. One good one.
Ethan Fiore, not long ago, was involved in the longest roll-off in PBA history with E.J. Tackett. Now they're teammates.
Hello. And if anybody knows this game, it's EJ. He put him in the number 4 position, and Ethan pays off.
And it looks like it's shaping up to be the number 1 and number 2 staffs going at it for the title.
Grandpa continues to do grandpa things.
Yep.
It's the right call to put him in that anchor spot. Unfortunately, in this game, by the time it got to him, it did not matter.
Yeah, back-to-back open frames on a 4-bagger. That's 3 opens in this game for Team Brunswick.
And just stunning that it was 2 of those were dumb. I mean, he had a bad 3rd frame and then a bad 8th frame, and that's going to be the difference in this match. But Motiv is also on a run, too. They're on a 4-bagger. And that'll allow EJ to put on a little show for the fans in the 10th frame.
Hi, boys. Great bowling.
Good job, guys.
So it will be Team Storm versus Team Motiv, 1 versus 2.
Yes, sir.
You don't always get that when you have bracket play. You don't always get it in the NCAA championships or other play. Oh, for heaven's sake. Come on. I mean, I know it doesn't matter.
Better now than next game.
Yeah, but that's still offensive.
Uh-huh.
And let's see. Going to have Ethan take care of it. Santu will do
Ready
the
to be
job.
slapping.
Throw it up there, big boy.
Oh, yeah.
Surprised he didn't use 2 hands.
Yeah, when he's on tour, he wrestles bears.
There you go, boys. Better work. Guys. Got a lot left to do.
Well, Motiv had that number 1 position until the final event of the season, full field event of the season. They have a chance to get it back.
Yep.
It's a race to 2. Number 1 versus number 2. It is coming up. Look who this Storm team has. Seriously, every guy has at least 1 major championship. It is next. And today on Fox, the Stars at NASCAR head to Talladega for the biggest thrill ride of the year. Coverage of the Jack Links 500 at Talladega begins next, with the green flag flying at 3 p.m. Eastern right here on Fox. Welcome back, everybody. Dave and Randy with you, along with Kimberly Presser. What do you think so far? Have you noticed anything in the lane play?
Yeah, it's starting to shape up like the left lane's the better of the 2. Storm, the number 1 seed, is going to get choice of what lane they want to start on. And I look for them in this 2-game match to finish on that left lane.
It's kind of interesting how this has all sort of worked out with 2 versus 1 here, with Motiv having been first all this time and then losing it in the last event to Storm. So it's going to be kind of fascinating to see how this race to 2 wrestling match will go. Let's get to our frame of the game, brought to you by BeatBox. And unfortunately for the Brunswick side, it wasn't a happy time.
Yeah, and it wasn't just 1 frame, it was 2, and it started in the 8th. They had complete control of this match, working on a 4-bagger until Dom Barrett's 4-6-7. And then in the 9th frame, Tim Foy Jr. followed it up with another split. And that was all she wrote for Team Brunswick.
Of course, didn't help the Motiv threw a 4-bagger at him at the same time either. The frame of the game brought to you by BeatBox, the original party punch. BeatBox, what is your flavor? Please, we ask you to enjoy responsibly. Well, yesterday's edition of Pressing Questions was an all-timer. If you didn't see it, go back and watch it. You're going to love it. And you'll love today's as well, because today's edition with Kimberly Pressler of Pressing Questions presented by Go Bowling, is simply focused on who's a good team bowler.
Andrew, I know that you love team bowling, but would you consider yourself a good team player?
Ooh, yes now. Nowadays, I would not have described myself that about 10 years ago. I used to always think that I should bowl the 10th frame at all times. I still like to believe I should bowl the 10th frame most of the time, but I've gotten a lot more lenient on it. I can do a lot better just bowling my best wherever it is.
Definitely a team player. I bowl a lot of league back home, and it's a little different. It works like any major sports league pretty much when you bowl on the road, at home, and stuff like that. So I do that a lot, and I like it. So yeah, I hope I'm a good team player.
I think I was a good team player as a kid. I think I went through a bit of a phase where I was very focused individually, and now I think I've shifted, hey, I've got to like understand team bowling again. And so now I feel like I'm getting much better at it, and the boys out here are actually helping me.
I love bowling, team bowling. It's kind of how I grew up with college bowling. I bowled in Team USA for a long time. I really, really enjoy it. And most of the time that I've gotten to bowl team stuff has been with my friends, so it's been really easy.
What would you say is the best characteristic that you bring to it?
The energy every single time. I'm going to change the atmosphere always for the better. Positivity.
That is such an important aspect.
Some would say it's the most important.
The more serious you take it, the more pressure you can put on yourself, which I just think, and in team bowling, you can put it on others, which I don't think is any good. I'd rather have my friend come back to me like we're throwing another shot in practice than like, hey, you need this, or maybe we won't be friends next week.
Don't screw it up.
Yeah, exactly. Bad.
Dude, Jesper bowls league?
Yeah.
Can you imagine walking into that first league meeting, you're and then that guy's there?
Well, their league bowling is a little bit different in that part of the world, and it's very big.
That's got to be one incredible team if he's on it. And he's on one incredible team with Team Storm. Here we go. Race to 2. Eyeball to eyeball. Team Motiv versus Team Storm for the title next.
A team is only as strong as its weakest link. Well, good luck finding the weak link on this Storm team. A GOAT for a captain. Major champions from top to bottom. 5 big-time performers here to prove they are just as dominant together as they are apart.
Well, you got that right. Try to find a weakness indeed for the Manufacturers Cup. Who will carry that out of here? Will it be EJ Tackett's Motiv team, or will it be Jason Belmonte's squad?
How about 23 major championship victories for Team Storm?
Introducing the top seed of the PBA Elite League, Team Storm. Leading off, Francois Lavoie. Bowling second, Kyle Troop. The man in the middle, bowling third, Chris Vi. Setting up the anchor, bowling fourth, the captain, Jason Belmonte. The anchor player, Jesper Svensson. Team Storm, managed by Tyler Jensen.
And Jason Belmonte has joined Kimberly.
Well, Jason, on paper, you guys look almost unbeatable, but this is a team competition, completely different animal than individual competition. So what is going to be the strategy going up against the powerhouse team that is Motiv?
Yeah, I think our strategy is probably similar to everybody else's. Throw a couple of good shots each game. When you look back at your team, though, and like you said, this team is so strong, it gives you that little extra bit of confidence knowing that if I can make a good shot, I know the guy behind me is going to make a good shot too. So We're feeling really good. We're very relaxed, which is great. Now we just got to get off to a good start, and hopefully the pins are kind to us, and we can get this done 2-0.
Well, part of your strategy was to put Jesper in the anchor position. Did you waver at all, thinking maybe you should put yourself there?
Yeah, I think with Jesper, I mean, he's just such a clutch player, and the fact that, you know, he's just come off a win from the TOC, he's feeling it right now. You know, he's walking around, he's got the juju running, so having him in the 5-hole definitely makes us all feel a little more confident too.
Good luck with you guys today.
Yep, Jason Belmonte at the riches at his fingertips. No wonder Tyler Jensen is smiling so much. I would too, no doubt. However, you got a pretty rugged bunch here from Team Motiv, starting off with A.J. Johnson. Oh yeah, good one.
Let's go. And for our title match, remember the teams will stay on one lane for the entirety of a game.
So here's one more review. Francois Lavoie will lead it off, then Kyle Troop, Chris Vai, the man in the middle, then Belmo and Jesper to finish things off. The unflappable Francois Lavoie. And we have seen that leave before today.
That's fair. I'll buy you dinner.
Well, you heard it, folks. Belmonte will buy him dinner if he covers it.
We got a few places we can recommend them if they need any help.
All right, we'll lift him up. We'll lift him up. My bad. Best time to do it right now.
Now remember, we're not playing one game here. This is a race to 2. You could have a sweep 2-zip. We're finished for the day.
Yeah.
Or if they tie at 1 each, instead of a third game, we'll have an aggregate, 1-ball aggregate, 8, 9, and 10 frames, if I remember correctly. Captain's choice is to who will be bowling. Oh, second one of those we've seen today.
Right there.
No, he put it underneath. Never mind. All right, run it down, buddy. Great shot, little one.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a really good shot by Smalls. He's one of my favorite guys out here. Love Tom Smallwood.
Hi, buddy.
Seems like it was so long ago when we were talking about his story of going from an auto worker to a major champion.
Everyone knows this guy's story. Speaking of major champions.
Does it make me sound old when I say I used to compete against his father?
No. No. Maybe.
Oh, that was a good one.
Hopefully you and Guppy got better breaks than Kyle did.
Well, I can promise you we never hooked it as much as Kyle.
Kyle did not have a victory this year, strangely.
Yeah, hard to believe.
It is hard to believe, but yet, thanks to his consistency, he is the last guy in the playoffs in the 12th position.
95% of the time, the 10 pin is covered on tour. That's the tour average. We get all of our great stats in numbers from our dear friends over at Lane Talk. You want to be a better bowler, throw more strikes, be more consistent, head on over to lanetalk.com. Download the free app.
Oh! When his ball hooks, it hooks.
That thing looked like somebody kicked it about 3/4 of the way down the lane.
Man. Santu had a very powerful double in the previous game.
Cut the 3 over into the 7. And guess what? How about it? Santu! What a cover.
Who's buying him dinner?
Got to peek on what do we leave.
Well, ironically, that's the Storm spare of the game. Storm, we are the Bowlers Company.
That's what makes team competition so fun. See his teammates in the back reacting to that great cover. Uh-oh, another split. Very similar to the last lead we just saw. Santu lead the 3-6-7-10. This is a 3-4-7-10. So you got to cut it even harder. Cut that 3 a little thinner into the 4. Come on, Chris. Let's go back to back. 4, maybe. Of course!
All right, we got to balance this out because now it's time again for the Storm spare of the game. Storm, the Boulders Company, shot by a Storm bowler.
Just enough. Woo.
Oh boy. Get the card ready.
All right, run it down. You got it.
So, Randy, we're starting to see the righties struggle a bit. What would be the ideal break point number that you can see at this right now? We've seen 10 isn't working.
No, it's right around that 6, 7, 8.
Okay. Because that was 4.6. The other shot from Chris was a 10 on the break point. So, backup ball.
Yes, and it counts.
Major champion.
4 splits in 7 shots, and 3 of the 4 converted.
Classic pocket pass.
That's boring. I'd rather see the splits and be converted. All right, nice shot, Jace.
Yeah, that's the classic Belmo strike right there.
Yeah, there's that hang spot. You see it right there, Dave. You asked about that number. You see that range front? That's a 10th board down lane. It's just a fine line. The players have to get it to the outside. Too far and it hangs, and too much up the lane, it goes through the nose or Brooklyn. Come on, EJ! Oh, my God, I thought he made it.
Here's the funny part to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, that was probably the more makeable out of any of the other ones we've seen.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, not that it's easy. I'm not all trying to diminish that, but I half expected him to do that, really. Here's your newest major champion, or current newest major champion, since he has more than one.
Oh, come on.
That was a pretty shot from Jesper. And a little bit of a different approach for him today with the rules about bowling balls.
Know your thing for strike balls. You can see that he's throwing a reactive, which forces him deeper towards the middle part of the lane, and he has to open up the pattern. Remember, last week at the TSC, he was piping it outside of first arrow really fast with a lot of revs. Now he's got to go slower and open the lane up.
Why do we call them the best bowlers in the world? Because they throw shots like that, and they make crazy, crazy splits when they have to. Friday night, under the lights in primetime, the Arlington Renegades take on the St. Louis Battlehawks. Fox UFL Friday kicks off 8 p.m. Eastern. So we're calling this the race to 2. Let's just review one more time what that all means. We're not bowling best of 3 here. It's you get a point, you win game 1. You get a point if you win game 2. If tied after 2, you have a shootout. 3 frames aggregate. And what that, so we just add it up. There will not be any spares shot. It's just 1 ball. And it'll be obviously managers and/or captain's choice as to who those 3 guys go in the hopper. And if we tie, we just keep going until we break the tie. Simple.
I'm not sure I've ever had more fun calling the action in a match where there's only been 2 strikes thrown halfway through the game. I mean, this has been so entertaining watching these players make these incredible split conversions.
That's never exciting.
And again, folks, keep in mind that break point that we've been talking about throughout the broadcast. Another really nice shot by A.J. Johnson.
He's thrown it very well.
He has. He's managed his game nicely.
26 on the point list in 2025. Was 5th in Delaware, 8th at the Tournament of Champions, 9th in Missouri.
A.J. Johnson, another one of those good guys out here on tour, real likable. Just a good kid.
Known him since he was in college at McHenry.
The French gentleman, Francois Lavoie. So respectful. He never walks by me without putting his hand out, shaking my hand, and saying hello.
Good guy.
What a great dude.
Not bad at bowling either.
Last time anybody ever did that was because I owed him money.
There we go.
Nothing? Nicely done.
Well,
I get nothing from you?
All part of the
I was going to say something like, yeah, thanks for paying me back. But that was too easy.
Nice shot by Francois after his 2-4-6-10. Smalls.
There you go, baby. Chop the pocket in half.
Nice hand, too.
I'm pretty sure Smallwood's using 14 pounds too. Like
Tom Doherty did yesterday.
Yeah.
That's right.
Here's another major champ.
2023 U.S. Open, a very emotional victory for Kyle at Woodside Bowl in Indianapolis. All right, got the 10 out of there, so it's a 2-8, pretty manageable for a pro.
No doubles, just 4 strikes, 2 for each squad. And like you said, Dave, avoiding damage there. No 10 pin, just the 2-8. 91, almost 92% of the time is the conversion rate on tour.
And Randy, this was pretty routine after the other things we've seen here today.
Santu with a 3-6-7-10. Chris Pye with a 3-4-6-10. Ethan 2-4-10. Man, great stuff there. Hold on. Oh, it does.
It's amazing to me, 17.7 miles an hour. The rev rate was 517.
Yeah, he got it in just a pinch, but he jacked the speed up. And that helped it stay online. Speaking of jacked, this guy is a gym rat.
Ooh, across, taps out the 10. That's who Santu beat at the Owens, Illinois Classic was Chris.
Here's Pye, another two-handed specialist out here. Only 2 two-handed winners this season. Jesper, Santu. Unless I'm missing something.
Well, if you want to count Belmo in the doubles, it's good. But in singles,
all right. So how do you count that when his partner uses his thumb?
His partner has one.
I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just throwing it out there.
I agree. In single, I would just say in singles, and you are correct, sir. And Fiore.
Wait a minute, I forgot Ethan.
That's okay.
That's 3.
Yeah.
Three-step approach for Ethan. We've seen him 5 and 3 steps. We watched him use 3 steps when he won the Players. Kid's got serious game.
Well, we saw him throw a backup ball at that split and convert it.
Yeah.
At the Players, he was throwing backup balls and match play, trying to climb the ladder. I mean, at the TNC, it didn't work, but nevertheless, he's got a lot of capability.
He's 20, and he's got a lot of tricks.
And he does.
Yeah.
And if you have stock in Ethan Fiore right now, buy more.
Yeah. Beat Ryan Barnes to win that Players Championship in Jackson. 3rd in the Albee. Wow. Speaking of major championship winners, how about this guy?
We don't have the time.
Better hook. Oh my God, that rolled out. Oh, silly boy.
Cover it up.
All right, washout. Cut the head pin over into the 10. Of course. We're running out of sponsored elements to show on these conversions.
My foot just slipped straight from underneath me.
I've seen him make that a bunch.
Yes, get ready.
This is actually the least surprising of these conversions here.
And that's huge. It keeps him in it. That was inside the whole way, guys.
Well, was he not too far out the first time, right?
Let me try that telestrator again. So bad. And that's what happens when a player gets it wide. Typically, they overcompensate with the next shot and vice versa. You get it up the lane, then next shot, you try to get it outside.
But look at the max score.
Yeah. And now that's all changed because of one shot there in the 10th. And again, you have to add the aspect of time in between shots, the rhythm, the pace of this whole thing for these players. Some only getting 2 shots. The only time that changes is for your anchor player like EJ.
Well, if EJ strikes here, that's going to put some heat on Jesper in the 10th.
Strike here, and Jesper
has to sheet it.
Yep, all 3.
Nope. A little bit easier for Jesper, but still.
Double and 8?
Yes, I believe that is correct, sir. You are correct, sir.
Yeah, for the mind, it's a bit easier to handle double 8 than it is all 3. It gives you a little breathing room.
This is for the first point. Jesper's got to be perfect on this shot to keep it going.
Oh, yeah.
He needs another one.
And again, there's that break point we're talking about. 6, 7, 8 on both sides looks pretty good.
All right, that's about it. Let's go. Come on.
And what a great shot from Jesper, waiting so long to get his chance.
Yeah, normally in singles there's a rhythm, whether it's a TV show or match play or qualifying.
Yes.
There's you go. And here there's a lot of standing around.
Look at that.
A little better one. One more, yes, one more.
8 to win it.
You see the reaction from his teammates. That was so far in, and it went flush.
Right here, Bubba. All right, let's go. Come on, one good shot
So
here.
now the player knows he's got a little bit right and left mistake area. That frees the swing up.
Eight or better for the W, 7 for a tie, less than 7, and the point goes to Motiv.
And point 1, Team Storm. The Iceman cometh.
Good work, boys. Way to work. Way to work. We did everything we had to do.
Just think about how this game could have turned out so differently without all those wild split conversions, washout conversions. And then at the end, a wipeout by Jesper Svensson, a three-bagger in the 10th. And Storm grabs the first point of the race for 2 for the Manufacturers Cup. And we welcome you back to the PBA Elite League Battle of the Brands presented by BeatBox. Storm grabbed the first point over Motiv. And the PBA is always proud to have Bowlers to Veterans Link as the official charity of the PBA Tour since 1942. Through the support of the bowling community, BVL has raised more than $56 million for veterans. And we do urge you to donate. Just go to bvl.org. Our great friend Johnny Petraglia there on the right in the BVL shirt and cap. And there's the man of the match right there, Jesper Svensson. And his big finish in the 10th.
Well, E.J. Tackett gave the Iceman an opening. And Jesper just walked right through that door and threw 3 clutch strikes in the 10th to capture game 1.
And he is standing by right now. Not he, I'm sorry. His boss, his manager, is standing by with Kimberly. And a very happy man he undoubtedly is.
So, Tyler, what does it mean to you as the team manager for Storm that they came in as the #1 seed after this season-long competition?
You know, just to watch these boys, they're true gentlemen. To watch them fight throughout the year. We got off to a rough start, and they just never gave up. They just continued to fight and fight, and Jesper winning the TOC, getting us to that first seed was just amazing. So just a great group of guys.
And talking about fighting, this is a race to 2. You guys have 1 point, but you are switching lanes now. What did you talk to your team about during the commercial break?
I got their drink order. Yeah,
That's a good manager right there.
Yeah, yes. Just really whatever I can do to help them out. I mean, they're true professionals, so I'm going to stand there and cheer them on and get ready to sign some incentive checks for them.
Oh, incentive checks are always a good thing. Back to you guys.
Right here, baby.
Tyler making his guys happy. He
Great
knows how
job.
to reach out to them.
Great job, Tyler.
So it's very simple again. Storm gets this game. Good night, everybody. However, if they do not, we will go into a shootout. And Frankie on the other lane finds the pocket.
Shot, Francois.
I kept that in a little bit. I kept that in a little bit, so check. But I think we could move 1. Yeah.
Came back with the intel, told his teammates, I missed in just a little bit, and it held. They're going to use that information for the next upcoming shots for Team Storm. Now, A.J. Johnson, he's been rock solid for Motiv.
Gotta go.
All right, run down.
Hey, Dave.
Yes. Oh, look at that.
There you go.
And that has been maybe the most consistent theme of everything all day today. Has been if you're too far right, you are not right.
You get it to that spot, and you're just hoping that there's not a corner standing.
And the funny thing is, it's trapped just about everybody. It's trapped Belmo.
Everyone.
It trapped EJ.
Yep.
You know, it trapped guys yesterday, and it's still happening.
Hold it. Careful.
Good start, buddy. Our bad, guys. Our bad. I slipped out of it.
Yeah, you're good.
Come on, Kyle.
Splits the pocket.
Ever tell you the story about the first time I heard of Kyle Troop?
No, I don't think you have.
It was years ago, and I heard it from Walter Ray Williams Jr. We were talking about this new two-handed phenomenon, and Walter Ray said, you know, Randy, there's this other kid that's up and coming. He's going to be pretty good. And I said, who?
And extra work for Tom Smallwood with that pin in the back.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of work
right
on
there,
that
buddy?
3-6-9. He says, Guppy Troop's son Kyle.
All right, run it down.
He said, keep an eye out for that guy.
Okay.
And I said, okay. And, well, here we are, 12 wins and, I don't know, major championships to his credit. Some years later, 12 titles, 2 majors, and a nice cover on the other side for Smallwood.
Yeah, the earnings record in 2021.
Yeah.
That was, Kyle's had an incredible career.
And he's only 33. A lot left in the tank.
We'll see Chris Vai in the playoffs.
For a 3-bagger.
A message in a bottle for Chris.
What a beauty here. Head pin, sidewall, 10-pin, in your face.
Everybody duck.
Oh my goodness.
Great shot.
Hey, Dave.
Great shot. Great shot.
Yeah, in that 6 to 8 range. No doubt about it. There's always, it seems like with his strikes, there's always one pin that really takes the brunt of it. There was one like the 5 or something.
Which one?
Well, there's one that just
They're all
went
getting
flying.
hammered.
Oh my goodness.
They're all taking a beating.
It's a good thing we're a long way from him because he scares me when he bowls.
Come on, Jace. Keep it going. It does!
I see. Did he pick up the speed on that just a little bit?
Checking. He's right at 18. I think that's kind of where he's been all day.
All right. Well, now Ethan. And already Storm is setting a pace that you can't afford not to match. You just have to hope they mess up. See what Ethan's plan is.
Oh, boy.
Well, are we ready for another split conversion?
Huh? Yeah.
3, 4, 6, 7, 10.
I didn't even move from last time.
Cut the 3 over into the 4-7. They cannot afford an open frame. Storm's perfect through 4. Come on, Ethan.
He goes overhand this time. Oh,
he overcut it.
Oh. Great run.
Take another look at this from the pin's perspective.
Oh, my goodness, that was so close. Looking to stay perfect, the Iceman.
Oh, my boy. They are smooth right now.
Come on, Eddie. One good one here, bud.
Yeah, EJ Tackett, I hate to say it, it's the 5th frame, but this is a must strike. That looks better.
Great shot. Great shot. Got a little life left,
right
guys.
now,
Got a little life.
it has been all Team Storm. 5 for 5 halfway through as they try to get the 2nd point to wrap up the Manufacturers Cup of the PBA Elite League Battle of the Brands presented by BeatBox. For registration for the 2025 PBA LBC National Championships is open to bowlers of all skill levels. The PBA LBC National Championships is returning to the Chicago area and includes a division for all. You can compete in singles as well as optional doubles and team events. Even combine your scores with pros. Enter today at PBA.com. Dave Lamont, Randy Peterson, Kimberly Pressler, and our elite crew here at the Elite League, presented by BeatBox. Fighting for the Manufacturers Cup. Storm with a huge lead through 5 and already the first of the 2 points.
Storm had 5 strikes all of last game. They have the front 5 here in game 2.
I don't think we've had a 5-bagger in either of the 2 days. I don't think we had, I know we haven't had one today. We've had 4-baggers, but I don't think we've had a 5-bagger. Or if we have, but it's my faulty memory. Frankie going for 6.
I think you're right.
And it ends with a 2-8.
Way better than 2-8-10, though.
Yeah, the percentage of making is about 90% better between the two.
Yes, sir. Just no open frames. I mean, you've got what appears to be an insurmountable lead. Skinny jeans, baby! Skinny jeans!
We're good. Like every
There was one way for Motiv to get back into this. It almost happened.
Now, does the 14-pounder cover that way? I'm not sure. You have to ask Tom Doherty or Smallwood.
Just outside that 6 to 8 range you talked about.
Good shot, buddy. It won't.
Which shows you how finicky the sport can be. You're a half of a board off.
Half inch, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
39 boards across the lane. And sometimes it's just a matter of inches.
Well, I'll tell you what, AJ would have put a little heat on Storm if he had been able to put 10 back that time.
Okay, one good shot here. Lock in here. Come on.
So really, Storm just has to avoid the potholes.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle.
In a team setting and a crowd setting, hardly anybody better. This guy is so good in front of a crowd.
I'm not sure there's a better player on tour when they're focused than Kyle Troop. He just seems to take it to another level of mental focus. When he gets there, it just seems like he always makes great shots.
Ball was got a foul. Oh, heavens. That's twice to him.
Almost.
Unreal.
But almost was batted out perfectly. So good.
Ball's going to go right by the 9-pin. And nothing you can do about that. No defense in this sport.
But there are things that are offensive, and that was one of them.
Great shot, Smalls. Great shot.
And Storm is on the verge of grabbing that manufacturer's cup.
Yeah, like this would all but do it.
Right on that line. Unbelievable accuracy. Chris Vai and his team.
All right, you're welcome, Jay. Good work, boys.
Didn't move?
Definitely not the right one. All right, so Jay gets 4.
All but over.
Yeah, but we get one more of these maybe if we're lucky.
Man, look at that hair. Spectacular.
And oh, come on. One more strike from Santu would have been fun.
Yeah. Get over there. All right.
Well, what a run this team Motiv put on
I think that as well,
all
Billy.
season until
struggle at the start of the season.
until last week
At the end
when
of the season, I could hit my pen.
the Icemen put a nail in their coffin to take that #1 spot, winning the Tournament of Champions.
Still a pretty strong team, but this Storm team, insanely talented and experienced. Back tap on the the 4. In the moment of the match, right there. Brought to you by Pilgrims.
Proud of you guys. Thank you.
Chicken can be boring, but Pilgrims is turning chicken nuggets upside down. I love it. You love it. Put it in a nugget. And the Storm bench isn't a bad team either, Randy. D-Ron Booker, Patrick Dombrowski, Kyle Sherman, Darren Tang, Thomas Larson. But this fivesome right here, devastating.
Jesper hasn't stopped striking since last week.
I don't think he misses the ball he used last week either. I think the alternative for him today worked out beautifully.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Austin, do you want to throw that one?
Hey, if he strikes again, because Level always sees it. If he strikes again.
Come on. His opening shot was a ring 7, but he hasn't missed since.
And there's just pure power from the recent Tournament of Champions champion.
I think you would have struck if I got mine.
That's great work right there.
One more for the crowd.
Keep in mind, they won with 189 game 1. They just shot 275.
Almost a century club in the good way for Storm. They have grabbed the Manufacturers Cup. The team for 2025 is Team Storm.
Really good game on a lane that I don't think was that easy.
Easier now.
And EJ Tackett just taking care of business to finish things off for Motiv. They will be runners up.
EJ Tackett will win another Player of the Year award.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Without question.
Yeah, we'll get that ballot emailed to us. How fast will it take you to fill that one out?
Now get your trophy, Tyler. Let's go, Tyler.
All right, let's go, boys.
All right, let's go up there.
All right, Tyler Jensen raises the trophy in triumph.
Let's go.
What's the name of this guy?
The Bill Chrisman Trophy right here.
Trophy. We love you, Bill.
Bill Chrisman Trophy right here.
Barb. Thanks for letting us live out our dreams. Thank you so much, Storm Nation. Way to go, guys. Thank you.
Well, I'm with a very excited Storm team. My goodness. Kyle, let's start with you because both Motiv and you guys had a hard time finding strikes in that first match. And then you guys were, you had every single strike except one in this next match. I know you guys switched. Lanes, but what happened?
Well, Frankie messed up the string, so that was first off. But, we just had great communication, great game plan. We felt like we wanted to start on the right lane. We'd have a little bit better chance game 2 on the left lane. We did get a little lucky to get the first game win, so we felt like we were in a great position. And we just told each other, commit one shot at a time to commercial and then one more each afterwards. And here we are, holding the trophy.
Tyler, how much do you think incentive you gave them? How much did you inspire them when you said, listen, I'm ready to write some incentives checks right now?
I hope a whole lot because I'm so proud of these guys. I mean, just amazing gentlemen, like I said, and fantastic.
Now, of course, I'm going to switch over here real quick because I want to talk to you guys. I want to talk to Jason first, and then I'm going to talk to Jesper. But, Jason, what does it mean to you to take this win for Storm and the team?
Yeah, there's an emotional attachment to this because the founder and owner of this company, Storm, passed away. And since his passing, everything we ever do, we try to live up to what he did for this company. And so winning today, he would have been front row. This would have been one of the happiest days for him, watching his Storm company, the boys that represent the company, get out there and throw as many strikes as we did. And so for Bill, for Barbara, and for all those at Storm, not just those that throw the balls, but those that make it, those that sell it, those that promote it, those that want it and love it, this is for everyone that loves Storm, and most importantly for Bill Chrisman.
What a wonderful dedication. Jesper, I have to talk to you about this because, you know, everybody on this team is a major winner, but they put their trust in you in that anchor position. What does that mean to you?
Well, they probably just don't know better, but it worked out good this time. So, no, it's an honor to bowl with these guys. And, yeah, Jason said it all pretty much. But, no, it's an honor to bowl with these guys, and we did what we came here to do, so all good.
Well, you guys were all an intricate part of winning this trophy today. Congratulations to Team Storm.
Love you, Bill.
Well, deserving champions to say the least. We've heard the term dream team Randy used before in other sports. That looks like a pretty much of a dream team right there.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can put together a team that's comprised of all major champions, you have a pretty good chance of winning just about anything in any sport.
And I got to tell you, Belmo's comments hitting the heart because we all miss Belmo.
Yeah, I mean, it really did. And you know, I'm not just saying this because I'm a member of Storm and on their staff and have been for 25 years, but I think anybody in the industry, anybody that's ever known Bill Chrisman would say the same thing. And I think Jason Belmonte just put it absolutely perfectly, his comments about what this would have meant. I know Bill's up there looking down on this, smiling, and I know that he's very proud of his company and his staff and his people. And yeah, it was a fitting tribute. And Storm, you know, they came in game 2, and after sneaking by game 1, E.J. Tackett giving them that opportunity, that opening, and Jesper steps up and strikes out in the 10th to get game 1. They move to that left lane, and they shoot 275 as a team.
Yeah, the first 5-bagger of the event.
Yeah. They had 2 5-baggers in that game. It's a great team win.
And listen, for Motiv, a terrific opportunity there. And the interesting thing was how it so many times came down the 10th frame, either great shots or maybe a missed shot in the 2 days that we were here. But you know what's coming up next? You're going to see a lot of these same bowlers in the PBA playoffs that's going to be starting next weekend on FS1. The top 12 point getters are going to be gathering right here at Thunderbowl, right here in Strobel Arena, beginning next weekend. Our first round coverage, the 2025 PBA playoffs, will be Saturday and next Sunday on FS1 at 7 Eastern, right here from Thunderbowl. The top 4 get a bye, and then it's going to be the rest of them going at it to get into that battle with the top 4. Coming up next, NASCAR Race Day Talladega. That's going to be spectacular. What a race coming up. For Randy Peterson, Kimberly Pressler, and our amazing crew, I'm Dave Lamont. You and watching the Manufacturers Cup 1 in the PBA Elite League Battle of the Brands, presented by BeatBox and the PBA on Fox.